Yo, what is up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this NBA channel. So, let's get straight into it. The four-headed monster in Golden State was basically built through the NBA draft, and it all started with Steph Curry. After that, number 7 in the 2009 NBA draft. And after that, everything started to fall in place for him. And now they arguably have the best system in basketball. And what puts them over the top is that now they have the 6'9", 7-foot snake. Yeah. I mean, Durant, I ain't salty about him. Chill out. With how things have been going for them these last 4 years, it looks like they're on their way to their 3rd championship. So the question is, who is gonna stop them? Or at least come close to it? There's 3 teams in my mind. It should be 4, but Kawhi Leonard is out for the San Antonio Spurs. Of course, one of the teams are the Cleveland Cavaliers because they have the best player in the world, LeBron James. The next team are the Oklahoma City Thunder, led by Russell Westbrook. And the last team, which a lot of people claim to be the biggest threat, are the Houston Rockets. And they're being led by James Harden, who is going to win his first MVP this season. And that Houston Rockets team currently has the 2nd best record in the entire NBA. They're just 1 game separated from the Golden State Warriors. So let's just start off with the Rockets, since I just mentioned Harden. The Houston Rockets have played the Golden State Warriors 3 times this season. The Warriors have lost 2 of those games to the Rockets. The Rockets won without Chris Paul playing crunch time minutes. And that win was really impressive considering the fact that they didn't have their 2nd best player. So in the 2nd game they played, neither team was at full strength. Both teams were missing their best players. Kevin Durant was out, and also James Harden didn't play either for the Houston Rockets. And the Warriors ended up beating them by 10 at that time. In the last and most recent matchup, the Houston Rockets played undermanned again. They were missing their starting small forward Trevor Ariza and one of their best bench players, Gerald Green. Because those two were trying to go ahead and jump Austin Rivers during the night of CP3's return to LA. What's the So yeah, Trevor Ariza and Gerald Green were suspended, but the Rockets still found a way to come up with a W. This Rockets team just got even better. If you don't know already, Joe Johnson is going to end up signing with the Houston Rockets to be a part of that deep bench. And their bench is something that they got on almost every single team in the league. They probably have the most loaded bench in the NBA. Their only competition may be the new-look Cleveland Cavaliers. And speaking of the Cavaliers, this is the perfect transition. Like, you see, like how they... So the Warriors and the Cavs have met in the NBA Finals these last 3 years. And pretty much the only difference with the Cavs is this year, just about half of their roster is missing now. And they've been replaced by George Hill and a whole bunch of other young guys. So the Warriors and Cavs only met twice this year. But obviously we can't judge the Cavs based on those 2 games, because they have a whole new team, which brings a whole different dynamic. Now, I think this new Cavs team is better equipped to defend the Warriors. George Hill is a great defender at the point guard position. The dude's 6'3" with a 6'9" wingspan. And also Larry Nance Jr. is a really nice defender at the big man position. And also the length of Rodney Hood and Jordan Clarkson will be very useful when the finals come around against the Warriors. Now, do the Cavs really have a chance to beat the Warriors once the finals come around, man? I don't really know, because the Cleveland Cavaliers now have Kevin Love as their 2nd option. And these past 2 years that he's been in the NBA Finals, he's completely disappeared on the offensive side of the ball, and he's been exposed on defense. And that's a huge question for the Cavs. Is Kevin Love gonna show, because he's the only other star that they have to rely on for constant scoring? We'll come back to the Cavs later. Let's move on to the next team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, when I tell you there is nobody on this planet that goes after Stephanie Curry and Kevin Durant like the way Russell Westbrook does. This man Westbrook comes after straight necks once he sees that suspect blue and yellow logo across the floor from him. OKC, in my opinion, probably have the most firepower in their starting lineup, right behind the Golden State Warriors. Did you catch that? I said their starting lineup has a whole lot of firepower. But when you go ahead and take a look at that weak OKC bench, that's a completely different story.
No, that's tough.
They have no facilitators or any other scorers on that bench. All they got is Raymond Felton. And Raymond Felton looks like he's playing the wrong sport. Dude's built like he's supposed to be a linebacker in the NFL. So if OKC does end up beating the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs, their bench is gonna be exposed bad. And that is gonna be OKC's downfall. Now, trust me, it hurts for me to say this because I'm low-key an OKC fan, but I'm just gonna keep it real over here. So out of these 3 teams, OKC, the Cavs, and the Rockets, I'm automatically ruling out OKC because of their suspect bench. It hurts to say that. It really does hurt. Trust me, I understand that Westbrook and Paul George went over there to the Bay Area to give Kevin Durant and Steph Curry that business. And they were able to smack them twice, not once, but twice this year. I'm not talking about smack, I'm talking about they mollywop them dudes.
What is this?
But I know it's gonna be a completely different story once the playoffs come around because, like I said, There's something about that bench we don't know about. So I'm taking OKC out of the equation. So it's down to the Houston Rockets and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we're basically deciding which team out of the two would have a better chance at beating the Warriors. These two teams are really similar because of the amount of star power they have. They don't have much. They only have 2 stars. Kevin Love and LeBron James, and James Harden and Chris Paul. And they both have an excellent supporting cast, something that OKC does not have. I might have to take the Houston Rockets. Hold up, I changed my mind. I really would choose the Cleveland Cavaliers over the Houston Rockets to have a better chance at beating the Warriors just because the Cavs have the best player in the world. But you gotta look at the Cavs' second option, Kevin Love. He's been basically a no-show in the playoffs these last 2 years, and he has the tendency to fold. I just can't trust Kevin Love, man. I can't do it until he proves me wrong. I understand that he's played well against the Warriors on Christmas Day, which is a really good sign, but it's just not enough. So I might have to pick the Houston Rockets. Only because I don't trust Kevin Love. But then again, you have to realize, didn't James Harden fold horribly last year in the playoffs against the Spurs without Kawhi? But like I said, you know, looking at the 2 best players of these teams, James Harden, LeBron James, I trust LeBron James more than James Harden, yeah, no doubt. But looking at their second stars, Chris Paul and Kevin Love, I'm taking Chris Paul in a heartbeat over Kevin Love. So I might have to choose the Rockets, only because I don't trust Kevin Love yet. But that's just my opinion, man. Let me know what you guys think. Give this video a like. Actually, I changed my mind. I choose the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What?
Give this video a like. I appreciate you for watching. And I'll get right with you. Hey, you mighty close to his face. So we don't know about.